And to accommodate an increase in the number of people travelling, planes are being brought out of storage. Hundreds of aircraft went to deserts around the world in 2020 as the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted travel. Known as airplane graveyards, many were expected to never return. Now airlines are undertaking the huge task of getting aircraft back to service after so long sitting idle. Well, one of the people with that job is Benjamin Connell. He is the Manager of Engineering at Cathay Pacific, and he joins us now from Alice Springs. Hi there, Benjamin. Thanks very much for talking to us tonight.
Hi, Ingrid. Thanks for having me.
For starters, why are the planes stored in the desert?
The key thing it comes down to is the environmental conditions. You can imagine that Hong Kong, it's hot and humid. The aeroplanes are perfectly capable of operating in those environments, but when they're parked for a long period of time, we're really looking for dry, stable conditions that just ensure that the aircraft are protected and we don't have a build-up of moisture or anything inside the aircraft.
OK, that makes sense. How many planes did Cathay Pacific send to the desert, and who was in charge of parking? It looks pretty impressive.
It's been a huge project. So we've got over 70 aircraft in Alice. We've been progressively bringing them back, but at its peak we had over 70. Myself, I've been looking after the local team, but we have a very strong contingent in Hong Kong who look after the planning and the oversight, and they assist us in directing a lot of the maintenance requirements.
OK, look, cars can be a bit temperamental after they've been parked up for a while. So how safe are these planes after they've been sitting idle for so long?
Well, surprisingly, parking an aircraft actually still requires a lot of ongoing maintenance. It's different to what we see in service, but every 7 days, 14 days and so on, there's actually some scheduled checks that we're doing. So while they may look like they're sleeping, we're actually waking them up frequently and checking them out. And just performing ongoing maintenance. OK, so no flat batteries or anything to worry about? Thankfully, no.
So what exactly is done to the planes in order to get them back into the air?
There's a lot of maintenance that goes on. We basically work through systematically with the manufacturer's manuals and just power up and recheck every system on the aeroplane. And then we work through all the backups and the redundancies, and we finish off with high-powered engine runs to make sure that those engines are capable of operating safely through all power settings. And then they get a really good wash down, and we make sure that they're in tip-top condition to take them back to Hong Kong.
OK, just very quickly, how safe is it? What kind of security do you have around those planes parked in the desert to stop some sort of stowaways, God forbid some snakes even, getting on the plane while they're sitting there?
Well, that's interesting, because it's one of the considerations that we do have when we're looking at areas to park the aircraft. And Alice Springs being on an operational airport, it has all the standard security features that you would find at any airport. So it does give us a secure environment, and we're fortunate that we've been able to secure that area. OK, no word on the snakes though, Benjamin. I'm a little worried, but I'm sure you've taken care of that. Hey, thanks very much for your time tonight. Thanks very much, Ingrid.